Hello once again, Argonaut fans. Time for another edition of the Argonaut Weekly here at GoArgos.com, your weekly look inside the University of West Florida Athletic Department. Rob Walden along with Matt Rowley, another week on the spring sports calendar. But Matt, the regular seasons are starting to wind to a close, specifically in tennis and golf. We start with the men's and women's tennis teams. Men went 2-0 against Lambeth and New Orleans. Women also beat Lambeth and New Orleans, did squeeze a loss in there to Florida Southern, but still two teams that go in with a lot of confidence heading into the GSC tournaments.
Right, both the Argonauts men's and women's tennis teams ranked in the top 10 in the most recent ITA national poll, and so they will definitely be in the mix heading into the GSC tournament this weekend up in Montgomery. So head coach Derek Racine looking forward to those matches, both teams with high hopes of the GSC tournament.
Yeah, women will go in with the number 1 seed in the GSC East. The men will be the number 2 seed. Men's and women's golf also wrapped up their regular seasons this past week at 2 separate tournaments. Men are up to number 3 in the nation, and both teams you would think favorites heading into the GSC tournaments in a week.
Right, the Argonauts on the men's side, as you said, ranked number 3. They're coming off a second place finish down at the Barry Invitational in their final regular season tournament. And so they are heading into the conference tournament with number 3 national ranking. They definitely favorites to win the conference, but Valdosta State, North Alabama, Delta State are all in the conversation there. On the women's side, the women's team actually does have one last tournament starting this week, starting today on Monday, up at Troy as a tune-up for this coming week's GSE tournament. So the Argonauts on the women's side, of course, looking to keep the streak alive, winning their 6th straight conference championship.
That's right.
And so as golf and tennis are finishing up their regular season, another team that's heading towards that is the UWF softball team. Big week for softball at the GSE crossover.
Some good and some bad up in Decatur, Alabama. Of course, the Argonauts ran the gamut, faced all 7 GSC West Division teams. Went 4-3 at the tournament, so they finished over 500. We're a little disappointed coming home on Sunday, though. Didn't score against Arkansas, Monticello, or Henderson State, and took 2 losses there. So it started with a lot of promise, Matt, winning for the first 5. A little bit of a sour taste in West Florida's mouths coming out of the event after losing their last 2, but still 4-3, not a bad record against some quality GSC West Division foes.
Right, and then the UWF baseball team also wrapping up. They had a series this weekend against West Alabama. 3 more wins for the UWF baseball team, holding on to that number 1 ranking in the nation. Ben Hawkins, a no-hitter in the second game of Saturday's doubleheader. A great moment for him, and now that's 2 years in a row. The Argonauts have had a pitcher with a no-hitter with Kevin Johnson last year, so momentum is riding high for the UWF baseball team heading into this week.
It just seems like you said, they've got so much momentum and so much confidence. West Alabama came in with a very quality opponent and looked ready to go against the Argonauts, but UWF able to dispatch them in 3 straight, and the train for Coach Mike Jeffco's team just keeps on rolling along, 20 victories in a row.
Right, they'll have 4 more games this week facing University of Mobile, a midweek game on Tuesday. That's the final midweek game of the year, and then on the road to face University of Alabama Huntsville. Huntsville has had a strong year this year. They have a winning record in GSC play, so that'll be another test on the road this week.
Okay, so we've got a lot more to come here on the Argonaut Weekly. When we come back, we'll talk to head baseball coach Mike Jeffcoat about the sweep over West Alabama and his team's continued number 1 ranking. We'll also talk to sophomore pitcher Victoria Harvey of the West Florida softball team. Victoria throwing very well, picked up 2 wins at the GSC crossover. Also, head men's and women's tennis coach Derek Racine will join us to talk about the conclusion of his team's regular seasons and look ahead to GSC tournament play. Plus, highlights of Saturday's opening baseball victory against West Alabama and a special edition dugout look of the conclusion of Saturday's finale and the no-hitter thrown by Ben Hawkins. All that and more coming right up on the Argonaut Weekly right here at GoArgos.com.